All right, so let's talk about Google Stadia and the Founders Edition Google Stadia that's coming out this November. What's also interesting is you also have Xbox Cloud coming a month earlier in October. So throughout this video, I'm going to talk about Google Stadia, and I'm also going to talk about the Xbox Cloud and the difference between these two. And I'm going to try to make this video as basic and easy to understand for even those of you who are not tech savvy. So I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible to give you the difference between the two. All right. So what is Google Stadia? All right. It's a cloud-based server gaming, kind of similar to what we have with PlayStation now, okay, where you can play the game from the server. Okay, so that's pretty much in a basic nutshell what it does. It plays the games from the server. Now, for those of you who are not familiar on how that works, think of it like this. There's a big giant facility that has all these PCs running all these games, and they are the servers. They are emitting and transmitting that game to you on that little streaming device called Google Chrome Ultra, or Chromecast Ultra. I'm sorry, Chromecast Ultra. All right. So that's pretty much what it does. It's streaming from somewhere out there in Northern California. It's streaming it from their machine to you. Now, keep in mind, you will need an internet for this, like a really good internet, a stable internet. You know, okay, you cannot get something that's 45 megabits per second or even 65 megabits per second. You're going to have to go at least 150 to 250 to really kind of just put a footing into it. All right. So this is the important part, guys. And the reason I'm mentioning this in the beginning, because I also understand that there's people out there who are new to this. There's individuals out there who don't understand how this works. So I want to make sure that they have some basic knowledge and understanding on how this works. Okay, I'm not speaking for those of you who are tech savvy, who are up to date on everything. Okay, I'm speaking for everyone in general. All right. So that's pretty much what that is. It's like Netflix. The only difference is you are playing video games. You're not watching movies. You're playing video games from their server. But this is Google, and Google, it's promising that they're going to have the best low latency, no lag, perfect streaming cloud service for you. That's what they're claiming. Okay, so people understand that there's a difference between someone claiming something and then you trying it out to see if in fact that's true. Okay, they're promising that you can do 4K 60 with HDR and 5.1 surround sound with only 34 megabits, or is it 35 megabits per second, MPBS per second. Now, I'm really having a hard time, wrapping my head around this and trying to I'm just having a difficult time believing that right now for me personally, because I want to see it for myself. I want to try it out for myself to see if in fact that's possible with 35 megabits per second. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but I'm still kind of skeptical about that, because that's a lot of stuff you need to process. Even for my PC to process a high dynamic range videos on top of the 4K and on top of my audio, all of that stuff adds up. Okay, even this video, which is being recorded in 4K, will take a long time for the Google to process. So, but anyway, that's what they're claiming. All right, that's what they're claiming. Remember, these are just the claims. Talk is cheap. I want to see it in person. I want to see if this is really what they're saying it is. Okay, I need to try it out. But that's what they're claiming. However, here's the tricky part. Now that we got out of this whole technical aspects of it. Here's the tricky part. Obviously, you're going to have to pay for it. And you're going to need to have a Google Chromecast device, Ultra. Google Chromecast Ultra device. You're going to have to buy it. And you're also going to have to buy this controller, this Stadia controller. They have them in different colors. It's $70. So right there, you got to pay for the equipment just to enjoy this on your television. All right, that's number one. Number two, you have to pay a monthly subscription. If you want to go with a Stadia Pro to take the advantage of 4K and HDR and 5.1 surround sound with 120 hertz. I mean, I don't think they will. First of all, I don't think they will support 120 hertz. Someone said to me 120 hertz. I watched the Google Stadia briefing. No one said anything about 120 hertz. They were simply saying that with a Stadia Pro plan, subscription plan, you will be able to take the advantage of 4K resolution, running at 60 FPS with high dynamic range and Dolby Digital 5.1 surround sound. And that's pretty amazing. I mean, to me, if you can do that with only 35 megabits per second, cool. But remember, you are paying a monthly subscription here. So monthly subscription, $10 a month. You have to pay for the equipment. You can buy it separate, or you can pre-order the Founders Edition. If you buy the Founders Edition, you can have the Chromecast Ultra included with the controller and 3 months free pass for you to play Google Stadia cloud service gaming for 3 months. So you do have some goodies there for $129. There it is right there. And you could be the first one to actually put your name on there to be the first one to sign up with Stadia and to reserve your name on the Google Stadia. Do you want to be the first adopter? Well, we'll talk about that as we go through this video. So please bear with me with this video. I cannot do a short video. All right. I'm not like those other YouTubers out there. I want to explain this to you and give you my thoughts step by step. So if you have time to watch this video, that's cool. If you don't, I understand. But I'm not making this video for certain individuals. I'm making this video for everyone so that people can hear my thoughts and have some better understanding on what they're getting into when and if they decide to purchase this, okay, or to even think about trying this. All right, so let's continue. So there's the Founders Edition that you can purchase. It's $129. You can pre-order it right now. It won't be available till November. I'm probably guessing November 5th or 6th or November 8th, around there somewhere, just in time before Thanksgiving. That's what I'm guessing. So you get a controller, you get a Chromecast Ultra, and you get 3 months pass that you can use for free. They can use 3 free months of Google Stadia, meaning you won't have to pay for 3 months. So you'll have 3 months free. So that's 10, 20, 30. So you'll be saving $30 within 3 months. They have that included. So that's the package here for $129. And don't get me wrong, this is a good price. Considering that the Chromecast Ultra, it's expensive. It's like what, $80. And then looking at the controller, which is $69. So when you put all that together, I think you're saving a little bit of money here and there by doing it this way. And you also get 3 months of free subscription for Google Stadia. So let's talk about, very important, another thing. First, let me show you this. As you can see, there it is right there. There's a Google Chromecast Ultra that comes included with it. There's the controller, which costs $69, plus tax, $75. And you get the power adapter with it. and you also get the 3 months. This is what they're claiming: 3 months free subscription that you can try out. And I think 3 months, it's pretty cool for you to kind of get your footing into whether or not Google Stadia it's for you or not. All right, so now that I got through this painful process of explaining what the Google Stadia is and what cloud-based servers are and how that works, now let's move on to the value here. Now here's my biggest problem with Google Stadia. Yes, it's cool that you can, play in 4K 60 with the HDR without having to spend ridiculous amount of money on your PC, because PCs are very expensive. That's all pretty cool. That's awesome, and that's great. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. You're already paying a monthly subscription for the service. There's some games free that you get to enjoy, like Destiny 2, and there's a couple of other games, but majority of the other games you're gonna have to pay a full price. And that's my biggest issue and problem with Google Stadia, is the fact that you're gonna have to pay a full price for a game for you to play it on the server. To me, that's scary. To me, that's scary for a couple of reasons. Number one, you don't actually own the game. They own the game. It's sitting on their servers. And if the license expires, if they can't use that game anymore, well, guess what? It will be taken out of your library. And you always have to be connected on the internet in order for you to play that game. So I don't know if this is something that you guys would want to invest into. It's something that, to me personally, this is the scary part about the whole cloud thing that's going to happen. Remember, I talked about this. I talked about this monster coming over the hill. I talked about this whole thing. And I warned people. I keep telling people, it's going to happen. This is the first step. This is the first step. But I like to own a physical copy of a game. Okay, guys? There's a big difference when I have something in my hands and I can actually I can play it anytime I want. I don't need to be connected to the internet. I can play this anytime I want. There's a satisfaction of the fact that I don't have to rely on the internet to play this game. So when you pay $60 for this, guess what? It's yours. The disc, it's inside, it is yours, and you can always play it. When you purchase a game on Google Stadia, you are leasing the game, and you are totally dependent on the internet. Once the internet goes down, or if your provider service goes down, or if they lower the internet speed, guess what? You're screwed. You're not going to be playing that game. To me, that's the biggest issue. Let's go back to the OnLive. Do you guys remember the OnLive service when they first started doing this? When they first started doing the first experiments on how to do the cloud-based service gaming, and I tried it. I was the first adopter. I adopted to it, and guess what? All the games that I have rented, that I have purchased from their service, once they went out of business, once they shut it down, all of that stuff I lost. So I want you to think about that for a minute. For those of you who don't remember the OnLive service, you can Google it. Google the OnLive service. They were talking back in 2010, 2011, something like that, 2009. So, for example, let's say you spend, let's say hypothetically, you spend $450 or $750 or maybe even $1,000 invested into games on Google Stadia, guess what? Imagine if they go out of business and they shut down their service. There goes your $1,000 into the toilet. You cannot use it anymore. That's it. You just spent $1,000 and it went down the toilet. The collection of the physical copy games that I have, they're always with me. I always have them. I can play this game right now. I can play Yakuza 0. I can play all of those other games because I have them. They're mine. I paid for them. I own them. I have the ownership of this. Okay? With the cloud service, you don't. So, yes, this is all great. That you can do 4K, that you can do 1080p with a 60 and HDR and 5.1 surround. That is all great that you can do that with a 35 Mbps. But the problem is you don't have any sense of ownership of the games that you purchase. Now, granted, if this service was $10 a month, but you get to play all these new games included for $10 a month with a 4K and HDR and 60 FPS, then that would be a different story. But the problem is this. You're paying a monthly service, you have to buy the hardware, you have to buy a controller, and you still have to pay for the video game to use it. And you have to be dependent on your internet speed. Or you might even have to upgrade your internet speed. That is too much to pay. It just, to me, I don't really see how this is going to work. They'll probably have to change this. You know, like I said, if they would let you play all of these games with a $10 membership or even $15 membership, $15 membership, then I can see some benefit. But there's another problem. You know, the Google Stadia is not going to be available on every device. It's going to be available on certain selected televisions, certain selected phones like a Google Pixel. You're not going to be able to use Samsung Android. So there's going to be limitations here. And you're paying all this money. And you're still limited. Yes, you get to have 4K and HDR and all that. But why would you pay to live stream from a cloud service in 4K HDR 60 when you can just hook up your computer, or you can just hook up your Xbox One X or your Xbox Scarlett or your PlayStation 4 Pro or your PlayStation 5 and enjoy an instant without any kind of lag 4K HDR or 8K HDR. So in my opinion, I really don't see how this is going to work. I'm willing to try this. I'm willing to test it. I'm willing to experiment with this. But I don't think this is something, I don't see, people say this is the future. I really don't see it, guys. I don't think people are that stupid. I don't think they're that dumb enough to waste money on this. Now let's move on to the Xbox Cloud. Xbox Cloud is a different thing. All right. With the Xbox Cloud, what you are getting, it's a totally different thing. Okay. And people say, well, what do you mean? Well, I'll tell you what I mean. With the Xbox Cloud, Project Xbox Cloud, which is going to be coming a month early, with the Xbox Cloud, yeah, I'm going to type it in right now. Right here. Actually, let me move myself over here so I can see what's going on. So Xbox Cloud, we're going to type it in. I'm not editing this video. Everything is done in real time. Okay, I'm not reading a teleprompter. All right. Xbox Cloud. Okay, let's go check it out. Oh, Project X Cloud. My bad. Project X Cloud. Project xCloud. Okay, let's go jump on it. Here we go. All right. Now, here's the thing with the Project xCloud, and I think here's the important part that people should understand. The Xbox Project xCloud, it's a similar thing as what Google Stadia is doing. It's pretty much the similar thing. The difference here is going to be the fact that for $15 a month, think about this. Think about this value. For a $15 a month with the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you will have this service included on top of what you already have with the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Think about the value that you're getting with $15 a month. You get the gold membership included. You get the Game Pass for your Xbox included. You get your Game Pass for your PC included. And you get the cloud, Project xCloud gaming service included as well. This means that all of your games that you have included, all of your games that you own on your console, you will be able to take it with you on any device, whether it's a laptop, tablet, Android phone, iOS phone, iPhone 10, doesn't matter. Any device, even Sony phone, you'll be able to use it with any device, tablet, Ultrabook, whatever you have out there. You will be able to use it with the Xbox Cloud, xCloud service. And this is, to me, where I think Google Stadia will fail. This is where I think Microsoft's going to dominate. Just like they dominated with the live service. Remember the first Xbox Live service? They were really the first one to really dominate that structure. And I think here Microsoft will dominate. And honestly, right now at the moment, I don't see anybody beating Microsoft in terms of what they're offering. All right, what they're offering with Game Pass Ultimate. I mean, if you find me something better in terms of value for $15, I mean, please, I'm all eyes, I'm all ears. Please find me a better value out there. I don't see any better value than what Microsoft is already giving. And what they're giving you here is truly amazing. Phil Spencer talked about the fact that you can play on any device. Let's really think about this. And this is what I was trying to come full circle here. And this is why I said to everybody, and to all these Sony fanboys out there, guys, Microsoft, it's not in competition with Sony this year. Okay, if they were in competition with Sony this year, Sony would be there. It would be there on the E3 show. You can bet your ass they would be there. But the reason they weren't there because they knew that Microsoft, it's not in competition with Sony this year. They are in competition with Google. Because Xbox, it's doing their own thing. I already talked about this. Xbox, it's like a brand. Think of it like a HBO. It's like a brand. All right, it's selling itself like a brand. They're not selling themselves as a console. They're selling themselves as a brand. And some Sony fans out there, Sony fanboys, they can't seem to digest that. They can't seem to understand that. Phil Spencer, it's not trying to compete with Sony. Nor is Sony now trying to compete with Microsoft. Microsoft, it's competing with the big giant Google. There's two giants companies, Microsoft and Google, and they're going clash of the titans, here in the United States. They're the two American giants, Google and Microsoft, and they're going clash of the titans. They're not in competition with Japanese. They're not in competition with Sony. All right. Actually, Sony wants to partner up with Microsoft so they can learn the database, the metadata on how the cloud server thing works. Because right now, Sony is really not that good at cloud server. And if you look at the PlayStation now, it's a joke. I mean, come on, honestly. They don't have any PlayStation 1 games. They don't have any PlayStation 2 games. They got some PlayStation 3 games you don't care about. They'll let you download some PlayStation 4 games, and they want $20 for that? And you can't use your phone to play your PlayStation Now games? Can you at least let me use my Android phone or my iPhone or my tablet to play? No, they don't even allow you to do that. You're limited, and they want $20 for it. Okay? Come on. And on top of the $20, Sony is charging you $24 for PlayStation Plus. So right there, you're paying $46 altogether. Nearly $50 you're paying altogether on Sony. Yes, Sony has these cool single-player, awesome video game experiences. They also have awesome PlayStation VR exclusive experiences. But when it comes to cloud, when it comes to value in terms of service, they're not offering you that. In terms of value and service, I think you get a far, far, far better deal with Microsoft. And I talked about this. I talked about it yesterday. I talked about the fact that Microsoft is going in the direction of a brand. They're not going in the direction of console. Okay? They're not trying to compete in terms of look at my console better than yours. Sure, they're going to work on the games, but their main focus is to have you choose on how you want to play the Xbox games and how do you want to have the Xbox experience. So, to me, Project X Cloud is definitely one service that I would consider. It's the one service that I would definitely look into and that I would consider, because the ability for you to take your existing games that you own these games. And when you come home, you can play it on your Xbox or you can play it on your PC. And then when you travel somewhere, you can take those same games with you and play them. Okay? Think about this, Halo Infinite, okay? All right, so you're at home and you got your Scarlett plugged into your television and you want to go visit your family for Thanksgiving. Not a problem. Take your tablet with you. Take your phone with you. And you can continue play your Halo Infinite when you go see your family. That's an awesome experience. That's a great value that you are getting with the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. That's why I said this is the ultimate, best ever value ever for the price, for $15. And when you look at Google Stadia, let's go back to Google Stadia. When you look at the Google Stadia, it is really, honestly, I don't know who's gonna support this and who's gonna purchase this. I'm really just I'm just having difficult time wrapping my head around this and just trying to figure this out. Like, who's gonna be buying the games on top of paying for the service? Who's gonna be doing that? I mean, honestly, who is going to be doing that? Who is going to be paying a monthly subscription on top of paying for the game so you can play it on the server somewhere? And that server, if it goes down or if your internet goes down, you can't play it. But you just spend $60, $70, $80, $100 on that. I don't know, man. This to me is, I really don't know what Google is thinking. And it's a shame that this is coming from Google, because Google's a multi-billionaire, multi-trillion-dollar company. They could easily have you pay $10 a month and have you play all these games. They could easily pay the developers to have all these games included. But they're not doing that. And that's pretty sad. And I just don't know. I really don't see. Maybe I'm wrong. And I could be wrong 100% here. But I just don't see I just don't see Google Stadia taking off this holiday season in a big way. I mean, I will try it out. I will test it for you. Of course, I'm going to cancel it, obviously, but I'm going to test it for you for like 3 months just to see how this goes and how it feels, and then I'll compare it to the Xbox Cloud to see the difference. But in my opinion, I think Xbox Cloud, I think Microsoft got it. I think Microsoft understands. This is why I love Phil Spencer, because Phil Spencer wants to reach out to everyone. Okay, he doesn't want to rip you off. He wants to give you a choice. You know, and I think that's the important key part that people don't seem to understand. Phil Spencer wants you to choose how you want to play this brand. You don't have to be super rich to be able to play Xbox. We can give you other options. We can give you this option. We can give you that option. We understand you can't be spending $60 every week or $300 on the games every month. We want to give you the options where you can have this for $200 a year. So I don't know. Like I said, yes, Destiny 2 is included. Yes, you get that included. There's some other games here, as you can see: Dragon Ball, Xenoverse, Doom Eternal, Wolfenstein, and I'm pretty sure this game will look fantastic on your 4K television via your internet speed. But guys, let's be honest. If you have like a very basic internet provider that's giving you like 40 to maybe 60 or 75 Mbps, that's not going to be enough, because you have to consider the fact that people in your household are also using that internet. They're Skyping, they're talking to somebody, they're watching Hulu, Netflix, whatever. And then you, on top of that, is trying to be using this at the same time. So you're going to need a really good router. You're going to need a really good modem, DOCSIS 3.1, and you're going to need, I would say, at least 250 megabits per second. Or to really like be on a safe side, I would say get yourself a 1 gigabit internet speed, just so you can be, for sure. If this is what you want to do long term, and you don't want to invest into a PC, and this is what you want to do, like this, I would suggest 1 gigabit internet speed. But I don't know. I don't. What do you guys think? Look, I try to do my best here in this video to give you my explanations, to let you know how I feel about this whole thing. But I really don't see. I really don't see how Google is going to be able to pull this off. I can't see people rushing out, pre-ordering this. I can't see people jumping on board with this. It's already getting a negative reviews and negative feedback, because people are like, well, wait a minute. You want us to pay a monthly subscription, and then you want us to buy all this equipment, including a controller, which is $70, and then you want us to pay full price for these games on top of the membership. I don't know. Doesn't look good to me. Doesn't sound good to me. I don't care that you can stream 4K and HDR. I don't care. All right. And then you're limiting people to where they can take this experience. You can't play it on your Android cell phone, your Samsung cell phone. You have to buy a Pixel to play this. That's where the app's going to be available on the Pixel and the Google Chromecast Ultra. You can't even use NVIDIA Shield. You can't even use your Sony TV. I don't know, dude. This I don't really see how this is going to be successful. I just don't see it. Like I said, I'm going to give it a try. Like I said, here you get the access to Stadia at launch, 3 free months of Stadia Pro for yourself, and then 3 months of Pro to give away to a friend with the Buddy Pass. The Founders Edition also includes exclusive Night Blue Stadia controller, Google Chromecast Ultra for streaming on your TV, and a Founders Stadia name which means you're going to reserve that Founders Stadia name, so everybody will know that you were the first one to pre-order it. And all for $129. Your Founders Edition will ship in November 2019. I don't know, guys. I think Xbox is going to win this easy. Think about it. Just think about the value that you're getting with the Xbox. Let's talk about the Xbox for a minute here, and think about this. For $15 a month, $15 a month, what do you get with the Ultimate Game Pass Xbox? Gold membership included. Playing your Game Pass games on your Xbox included. Playing your PC games from the Xbox backward compatible will be included. You'll have that ability as well. On top of playing your existing Play Anywhere Xbox exclusive games on the PC as well. And on top of all of that, you get the cloud service. And with the cloud service, you can take your games with you. I don't know how many. I have close to 200 games, and I can take them with me. I can enjoy them. I can use my Xbox as a server, and I can stream my games from my Xbox. Okay, log in to my Xbox Live and then stream my games, take it with me. All of that for $15 a month. And are you trying to tell me that Google Stadia will be able to compete with that? I don't think so. I don't think so. The Xbox might not be the best first-party exclusive console or a brand, but they're going to be the kings of the cloud service, cloud gaming service, and the value they're going to give you. That I don't see Google defeating Xbox X Cloud service at all. I don't see them doing that. There's no way with this. Seriously, Google, what are you thinking? I mean, come on. I mean, and I know you guys are gonna say, but you don't have to buy a PC. You don't need a PC. You don't need to buy these graphics cards. They're expensive. I get it. I understand that. I get it. I understand that. But the difference is, with a PC, you don't have to be tethered to the internet. There's a bunch of games you can play on the PC without being connected to the internet. Single player experience. All right, you own the game. There's a difference. They're on your hard drive. You own those games. They're on your hard drive. They're sitting on your hard drive. This, it's not sitting on your hard drive. This, it's sitting on somebody's server out there. You don't know where. And if they lose the license from the developer or a publisher, if they lose the license, or if they didn't renew the license or the contract with that developer or that gaming company, well, guess what? That game you were playing, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, boom, will be pulled out. You won't be able to play it anymore. Or the Watch Dogs, they're going to pull it out. You won't be able to play it anymore. The Watch Dogs Legion. So what I'm trying to say is, that's my biggest fear. And I just don't see how this is going to succeed. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will succeed. But if it does succeed, then it's going to be exactly the way I predicted it. A brave new world of cloud gaming. And the Scarlett and the PlayStation 5 will be the last two consoles. And let's be honest here, guys. Before I end this video, since I've been talking about this in past few days, ever since E3 show, let's be really honest here, guys. 10 years from now, I don't think you will see another console ever again. By 2026, by 2027, I think the Scarlett and PlayStation 5 will be the last two consoles. There won't be any more consoles after that. Everything's going to be on the cloud service. Why? Because it's easy for companies to be able to upgrade their machines and keep up to date with everything, so you can have the best possible experience on your television or on your device. So this is where it's going, guys. This is where the future is headed. It's headed with the cloud service. That's if this whole thing is successful, you know. So yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. I told you what I needed to tell you in 40 minutes, and I know you guys are gonna bitch and moan why this video is 40 minutes. Well, guys, I cannot tell you what I want to tell you. I cannot express what I need to express in 10, 15 minutes, because there's so much to unpack here. There's so much here that I need to tell you, that I need to explain to you, so that you have a better understanding on what I'm talking about. So there you have it. You guys let me know what you think. I want to hear your thoughts on it, and what do you guys think, how you guys feel about this. Like I said, I'm not, I said what I needed to say in 40 minutes here. You guys know how I feel about this whole thing. So if it's successful, and part of me thinks that it will become successful, then it's exactly what I've been talking about. The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Scarlet will be the last two consoles. There won't be any more console hardware. It's all going to be cloud-based. It's all going to be sitting on a cloud server somewhere, and I think that's where we're going to be going. So, but let me know what you think. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your opinions, and what do you guys think? Okay? So anyway, there you have it. And it's a brave new world, guys. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of anything cloud based, because I like to own physical copy of my movies. I like to be able to see the movie that I paid for. Like this bottle of water, I paid for it, and I can hold it in my hands. I paid for it. It's mine. Those headphones, they're mine. This hat, this clothing, you paid for it. It's yours. You can feel this shirt because you paid for it. It's yours. Paying for something that's invisible, that's out there, that you don't have any sense of ownership. You're just leasing. You don't own that game. And like I said, I'm not a fan of that. But I guess if I want a game, I'll have to adapt to that, But look, there's a silver lining. Phil Spencer, I think he is probably right now the only CEO that's giving the gamers a choice and a value. But let's be honest, guys. Even Phil Spencer won't be able to stop this tsunami that's coming, and it's called cloud gaming. It's coming, and this is how it's going to be, guys. Companies, they love this stuff because it's easier for them to save money not publishing these discs. It's easier for them to control their games from the piracy and all the other stuff. This is what they want. This is their dream. This is what they wanted to do for quite a long time. And I think they're going to achieve it. Eventually, they're going to achieve it one way or the other. Alright, this video is really taking too long. It's 44 minutes. I apologize. I totally understand if you hit a dislike. I totally understand if you're pissed off that this video is too long. But like I said, guys, I can't tell you what I need to tell you in a short period of time. So please try to understand that. Alright. Love you all, guys. Be good. Take care. I feel a little bit better now. The coughing is gone, so I'm all right now. All right, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow. Oh, you guys still here? Oh, it's me. I forgot to click stop. Right, yeah. I gotta stop the video. That's right. All right, love you all, guys. Be good.